adventure.
His fast gun for hire heeds the calling wind.
This is High Noon and welcome! Are you prepared to draw? I hope so! And I don't mean any of that liver-lizzied, gun-slinging stuff, and I don't mean any of that arty stuff. I'm here to do that. Yous all will just draw together, become family, friends, help each other, support each other, all that stuff. This is a place to have a good old time, friends and frolic, and all that stuff. Okay? This is it.
Hello. Let me get my headphones in here and get in the Discord for anybody that wants to come in. Okay, so let's switch to headphones for volume. And then we're in the on air. For anybody that wants to come in, of course. And then let's see. Let's bring up thing. Okay, so I guess first thing we're doing is convert brightness to opacity. Then we're gonna create ourselves, it looks like 4 folders for 4 panels. And let's use this panel 2, panel 3, panel 4. So again, we need Rick, Nancy, and background. Okay, so Control C, they're all in number 2, panel 2. And then it's just Rick in the background for panel 3. And then it's just Nancy in the background for panel 4. So, let's see. Let's do a few things here. Okay, so it's been a couple days. We seem to have Rick with the t-shirt here on. So with it being a couple days, okay, let's say the bottom, we have pants, probably on the bottom here. Just trying to think what we're going to do for pants. I think he's going to stick with the jeans or jean type thing. So, we have pants. Oh, okay, so I think up from that we will have. Oh, that's wrong. That's Canadian Shield, that's no different. We'll have his skin tone. So here we go for his. Why do I keep getting the wrong thing here? Okay, so it's a few days later. I'm gonna give him a different color shirt than the green. I'm not sure what yet. Actually, we're going to actually do his hair because it seems to be underneath. His shirt. So, and then our shirt. He had green on before. Thinking of. No, we're not going to give. Well, we're going to give him. No, there's going to be too much brown in this. Maybe orange. Give him an orange shirt this time around. Okay, so that's Rick basically done for that panel. Um, so again, we're gonna start with her pants. Just not sure what color her pants should be. I might have to stick with the black ones that she wore because I doubt Rick's gonna have any sort of pants for her. So she's gonna be wearing the black pants that she's been wearing all along because of, for 70 years. Guess we need to get her color, her skin tone here. Sounds like my mom was out for a while. Sounds like she's back. Well, not sure what color to make the coffee cup. You know what? We'll probably just make it white. Nothing fancy. There's the steam coming off. Then up next is, like you said, she's going to have some sort of she'll be borrowing some big oversized blue shirt from Rick. There we go. And then, of course, we need to grab her hair from here because it's been a few days, a week here. She's sort of settled in, but Rick's about to bring up a touchy subject. Yeah, he wouldn't mind her staying here or whatever, but it's like you did have a life before. Yeah, probably all that life is gone, but what do you want to do now? Okay, so both the couch and the chair are going to be the same color. Okay. Okay, so now we got actually this is probably down there. We need the floor. Trying to zoom out of this when I can't. Oh, silly, silly me. Okay, so wall here. Okay, so we got there we go. Control Z. What I got? Right color, but I guess I did not. So we have to redo this. And we go to 10. That go above. Then we'll color in one of these bricks. And then we're gonna have to color in a bunch more later on. Okay, so there we go. Hey, good morning, Joshua. How are you? Okay, there we go. That looks a little better if you can somewhat see it. And you know what? We're gonna make whatever this thing is here the same color. Okay, we'll do a creamy color. Come down just there for this mug here. Let's see. Now we need to add a layer for this book. There's the beginning of that book. I don't know why it's reddish, but it is. We're going to make this card purple. We're going to be weird. But on this card, of course, there is some snow. Let's follow it. Of course, then there's the nice sky. Have you seen the new Doom movie? No, I haven't even seen the old one yet. Maybe I should do that as the original Doom movie. Get it and show it off on my Discord. There we go. So it's not perfect yet, but obviously, but we've gotten it a little better. It's looking somewhat decent. So now let's do Rick again. And we do not somehow grab right color. There we go. Okay, so there we go. I think layer 33 is now going to go down to the bottom. Next layer up, of course, is going to be his skin, as it was earlier. I liked it, but it's like only half of a movie. Okay. You think they'll do a second part, or you think they're just going to leave it the way it is? One shirt. Hey, Dooney Tunes, back in action. Uh, and hello, Raggedy, how are you? I think they confirmed they're making a part two. Laugh out loud. Yeah, big books. They usually, I think Dune's a fairly big book, but yeah, they usually do need to make two movies for these big books. They did not too bad. They did confirm a sequel. Okay. Uh, Man, it's gonna look way different from the side. Okay, so there we got Rick. Here's Nancy again. Spice Jam Legacy. Okay, so as I said before, we're keeping her pants somewhat the same ones that she had on because, well, I doubt Rick's gonna have any sort of pants that would even come close to fitting her. Hey, Wise, how are you? So she's sort of stuck with the same pair of pants. Although he could probably get access, but he doesn't want to give away certain things, so. Doing okay. We're at my archival panel. Pens might write out of, might all run out of ink at the same time. Well, that would be good. Okay, so skin color. Okay, so we're obviously you got her hands. But yeah, she can probably wear one of Rick's shirts, an oversized shirt wouldn't be too bad. She'd probably be a little bit uncomfortable in it at first. And with we like our foreshadowing. So we're making the shirt that you see her in here. Blue. One of the colors that might be similar to her costume later. Oh yeah, do you think Spider-Man being added as Dick as a DIC will save the Marvels? It could. I'm not sure what you mean by DIC. So, what's only a year late, Raggedy? DLC. Oh, uh, oh, that's DLC. Oh, sorry. Downloadable character. Could, for sure. Do you, if it feel, if it really makes you feel like Spider-Man? Yeah, Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Doesn't spin a web any size. Doesn't catch thieves like flies. He's not the Spider-Man. Hello. Hey, Sketch. Hello. If it doesn't, if it does make the game better, it'll only be on PlayStation. Are you there, Sketch? Uh huh. So is it dust in the room with you? So I'm at 101 subscribers on Rumble. Oh, can't hear Sketchbook? Okay, you should be able to hear him now.
Oh, you had me muted or something?
Well, I had the desktop muted, with desktop noise muted. For, I usually mute it when I'm doing opening for high noon,
Yeah.
and I thought I had unmuted it, but apparently I didn't.
I woke up and I was watching a little bit of the Ahmaud Arbery case.
Okay, I have no idea what that is.
The black man that was allegedly murdered while jogging, even though that's not the facts of the case. He's actually a junkie looking for a fix. And when confronted by two citizens from that area, one a former police officer, he didn't pay no mind until he got close to them. They got threatened to call the cops. He got close to them, and then they drew their shotguns and told him to stay back. And he lunged at the shotgun, punching the guy with the shotgun and holding onto the shotgun. And then the guy dropped the shotgun, killing Ahmaud Arbery.
Well,
And they're seeking murder, and I'm like,
that seems sort of cut and dry. If the guy didn't lunge at him, he wouldn't have got killed. Don't
that's
lunge
what I
at
was
people.
saying.
Don't lunge at
But
people with shotguns. It's not a
it's
good idea.
hmm it's clear cut self defense if you're trying them for murder, which they shouldn't be on trial for. I'm not saying there shouldn't be any charges against them, but they shouldn't be on trial for murder. It's like DAs forgot how to uphold justice, and how to enforce the laws. If anything, if any charges should have been brought against the McMichaels, it should have been involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah,
Because they did not have intent or motive to kill this man, which is why my Captain Evil Stopper and I were talking just a little bit earlier, and he was like, they're trying to come up with all these conspiracy theories, and I'm like, yeah, because they need them, because they have to prove intent to get murdered. Oh, dust is up. Without murder, I mean, without intent, you don't really have murder. Even a crime of passion, like if you catch your wife with another man in bed and you shoot both of them, that's still intent.
yeah,
You were seeking retribution because you were uh, cheated on.
yeah,
You can prove intent. Now it's a crime of passion. You probably won't get as much time, but if you get any at all. But I would have sought involuntary manslaughter or manslaughter in the first degree. I think I don't know how Georgia law works. It would have been like they had the ability to diffuse the situation. They were in their right mind, and they themselves could have seen that this man was not in his right mind, that he was on drugs, and that the situation could have easily escalated. Getting themselves out of danger should have been their first priority once they figured that out.
yeah,
Standing their ground caused it to
yeah. They
for
probably
the
should have
situation to get
should have
worse.
actually called the police like they said they were
No,
going.
they did actually call the police, but again, this is the whole reason why I had a nice discussion on somebody's comment section about Beto O'Rourke here in Texas, trying to gain governorship and do away with that law that allows us to carry openly a loaded weapon.
That's never going
Hello.
to happen.
Um, because he says it makes it harder, and I'm like, no. The problem he doesn't understand is that law enforcement is not. It's not preventative enforcement. In other words, it's not security.
Yeah,
It's after the fact. They always show up after the fact.
yeah, because you can't have them before the crime is actually committed.
Exactly.
And normally, if you
It's
see,
reactionary enforcement. So having a weapon on your person that allows you to defend yourself.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that you have, or you could have a weapon on you, probably will prevent a lot of people from, doing something because, there's a good chance that I could get killed in doing what I'm doing. A lot of people double,
Instead of making think twice,
yeah,
which is good because that's what I was talking about the Ahmaud Arbery. If the dude wasn't thinking twice when you had shotguns in your hand, he's not in the right state of mind. Get out of the area. You're both in a pickup. He's still far away from you. Get in your pickup. Get out of there.
yeah. Get
Move further
somebody
away from
who's better able to deal with them.
you. Hmm.
Hey,
Now
Mega King
the
Joshua.
Democrats are saying that they want to see if they could trump federal charges on poor Kyle Rittenhouse, and people are waiting for the families to file suits in civil suits in court, in small claims court for him.
Oh, against Rittenhouse?
Yeah, I'm like, man, leave this poor kid alone already. It's it's obvious that he's distraught after having to defend himself against the assailants and taking their lives. Taking it from somebody who's seen combat,
Yeah.
some forms of combat. It's not easy. And the younger people that served with me had a harder time. I was in my mid
Yeah.
20s, so my head was a bit on straight where others weren't.
Yeah, it's amazing some ways when you think about it. We have,
Joshua, like that's the one you should keep, Joshua. That's a keeper.
what,
Magnetine Joshua says there is a chance you could get killed while sitting in your room coloring a comic.
True.
Not in Canada, eh?
uh, certainly in Canada.
No, but Canada, y'all's crime rates are usually only high in like parts of y'all cities, right?
Yeah, well, I'm in a fairly major city.
I thought you live outside of a fairly major city. Isn't
Yeah,
Hamilton on the outskirts of Toronto?
yeah, well, we're like an hour away from Toronto, but
Yeah.
even Hamilton itself is a fairly major city.
I don't know, Rick. Don't make me look up the population there, Rick.
Over 500,000.
That's not bad. Then yeah, you are. I would say you're a city. I wouldn't say you're a major city. You're
Well,
you're
I mean for like Canada. There was once upon a time things have changed differently. Hamilton was once like in the top 10 population of cities, not in Canada. Now we're I don't know, maybe top 20. Here, let me find this out. Uh, city population. Canada. Toronto, it says, has 2.6 million. Montreal, 1.6 million. Calgary, 1 million. Ottawa, 812,000. Edmonton, 712,000. Mississauga, 668,000 North York, which is actually sort of part of Toronto. It's part of metropolitan Toronto, or the Greater Toronto Area, and that has 636. Winnipeg 632. Scarborough again, the same thing. Part of Toronto.
Hold on, Rick.
What was that?
I was saying hold on because I had to talk to my oldest son because he's already getting comfortable setting up his laptop, and I'm like, don't get too comfortable because we got things to do as soon as I'm off sh- the show. I gotta go to Home Depot. We gotta fix a window, and we gotta do some spring cleaning in the fall.
But yeah, Hamilton with this thing that I got for 2021 with the population, we're like it says the 12th, but I think North York should be put into. Well, maybe it shouldn't. I'm not sure whether it should or shouldn't. Depends on what you consider for a couple of these places in here.
Damn this dude! Every time I see his face, I just want to punch him. And I'm not a violent person, but believe me, every time I see this dude, I want to punch him.
Who?
Fauci.
Oh yeah. So yeah, like Hamilton's, and like 20, 30 years ago, Hamilton was further up that list. Some of these other cities have gotten a lot more people in the last few years. So like yeah, that's why I say it's like a major city of its own, Hamilton, because it's so close to the top for populated cities in Canada.
What is
Hello.
that you have? Yeah, I'm here. This is my kids grabbing all my stuff. Hold on.
Yeah. I hate sometimes how Dillard cannot keep things consistent from one panel to the next.
Like, what did he do?
It's the shirt that he's got Rick Arrow in these first two panels, right?
Yeah.
And then you come down to this third panel. Even his build is a lot different in this panel here.
Oh, it looks like it's actually buttoned in one of the photos, but it's not. Never mind. It's just the angle he used. Go up to the first panel.
The first panel is more from behind, so you can't really tell a lot. But
What's wrong? What's different?
well, this one, it's he's suddenly got it completely unbuttoned and all that, and it looks the physique
No,
looks
it's
different.
unbuttoned in both of them. It's just the fact that it's a smaller seam because our eyes are further away from it. I mean, he could have gone with opening the left side of it so that you could tell that it was open, but you could still make it work. All you got to do is color the undershirt.
Yeah, I guess it is.
This is more what is it, nitpicking than it is an actual mistake. I'm not saying he doesn't make mistakes because there are some in here that I've seen you show me that are like, oh yeah, he didn't actually put that on at all. Like he drew the wrist warmer on one panel and then like then put a button cuff in the next panel on the same jacket. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa.
I like Dillard though. He's a great artist. No offense.
No, no, I'm not making fun of him, but I
Yeah,
mean, like it's not like, oh, well, I'm not vested in your story. Yeah, yeah, but I mean, you're drawing one panel to the next. Like you can literally look up to the other panel and see.
and sometimes it looks like the face is
It
so
could have just
different
been an
too.
error. Like he didn't pay attention. I'm not saying he did it on purpose or shame
Yeah,
on you, Dillard, for it. I'm saying it's just a mistake, and
yeah,
that's the whole purpose of why editors exist.
yeah,
And it before it even goes to color, it should be seen by an editor. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, see, I could go over this, but then it's getting Dillard to correct the mistakes. It's the problem.
I would say if they're major, then he might have to correct them. But if they're not major, you're a fairly capable artist yourself that can do small things like add fur to the end of a jacket
Yeah.
or
Actually, what I think I'm going to do is I was adding it to a bunch, but I think I'm going to just go take it out, re-put it back in to what it was beforehand, because I think there's less with it made fur than there is with it out. You know what I
I
mean?
hope y'all are letting him know so he can correct this stuff. Yeah, Rick tends to let him know on some of the stuff, but some of it, it's wise guys. It's kind of like it's more nitpicky. Like this shirt, he can easily like just go in there and fix it with color. There's no real big problem because
Yeah,
there is an opening on the other panel. It's a smaller opening because of the angle that it's at. I mean, there are ways he could have done it to make it look more like it's open, but it's still
yeah.
workable. But the
Well,
one with
I think the
I
one
think the
thing that
one
he
with
could have done is a
the
simple.
airplane was the one that you said for him that he didn't do right. But
Yeah,
that wasn't a mess up like where it's from one panel to the other. It's from one book to the other, right?
yeah. And he had just remembered to see what he could have done
Yeah, and
here
that's not
with.
his fault. That's kind of that's more on Rick.
Yeah, and I can admit that easy enough.
Yeah, and I think you did when we talked about it on stream that day with him. But no, I understand. I see what you mean because it could be it could look like one of Charlie Sheen's shirts on Two and a Half Men, but it really is open. He just did it in like the simplest form conceivable.
Yeah, like all he had to do probably is add this sort of neckline to the underneath one,
Hmm.
which what I'm trying to do here, but isn't really coming out as good as I would like. But sometimes getting Gillett to redraw stuff even is a pain.
Magazine Joshua says, or Dillard could swat you for nitpicking his art. What do you guys call your SWAT in Canada?
I think we do have SWAT here, SWAT teams.
We call them imposers, eh? Because they impose the law. No, and it's funny because that's like the biggest accent that people make fun of or like try to do when they're talking Canadian is the Canuck, the hoser accent, and it's like that's not even it's almost like done way too like over the top because people who do have that accent and slip into it, it's not super heavily handed, and it's just like you hear it in certain words like sorry, you hear sorry. Because I've watched a few Canadian shows and I'm like, you wouldn't tell they're Canadian until they say certain words, like that Kim's Convenience.
Yeah.
Like it's fine until you get like the character of Kimchi where he apologizes, he goes, "Oh, sorry." I'm like, "Oh, I forgot this is a Canadian show."
Or I'm not sure whether you ever seen the Littlest Tobo
No.
or even Red Green. Have you watched Red Green?
Mm-mm. I've watched a show called Letterkenny, which I do not recommend to anybody that like doesn't like really, how could I say, like adult humor. But it is hilarious that they use like all these different accents from Canada because basically Letterkenny is a hick town. And he's like, well, in this hick town, we have different types of people. We have the hicks, we have the degens, we have the dregs, and, and each one of them speak with a little bit different accent because they also have a different vocabulary, which makes me laugh. Wise guys entertainment tips will tell him to pull up his big boy pants and buck up Buttercup and make the correction.
Yeah, I read that.
I love wise guys. Wise guys cracks me up. Who won yesterday, wise guys? I went and hung out with my kids and watched some Home Alone movies because I thought they hadn't seen them, but they had seen them, but we were just laughing. Who won between you and Lola Meats on the small food contest? They were having a stream where they were competing about making small food, like very tiny food. Wise Guys cards are coming out really, really nice, by the way. I don't
Yeah.
know if you've seen them, Rick.
Yeah, I was watching a little bit last night, I think it was, for a couple minutes. He wouldn't necessarily know because I don't think I said anything in the chat.
You roboted it out there a minute.
I said I was watching in the chat for a bit in his, so he probably wouldn't know that I was there watching. But yeah, they seem to be coming out real good.
I usually say hi to him, even if I'm the only person in the chat.
It just depends on how much I feel like talking because sometimes you get into this stuff. You say hi, you're gonna be way too far in than you want.
You won an IP. What? So it's just a popularity contest at the end. Like they get to vote on who did it best or something. What are the terms of this competition, wise guys? Anyone who has a chance to pop in.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't
An
want to.
hour and 15 minutes. Nine, wise guys, how are you still awake? At my age, I'd just be pooped. Be like, oh, I'm done for the day. Let me see something really quick. Excuse me.
Okay, so
153. It must be out. Oh, it's the Gen second Gen 7. Okay, no, never mind. No, no, that's well, it's not too
so
bad.
are you done? Almost done all those backs yet, Wise? Or do you got? I think what do you got? Two left to go, or one set left to go? One set of nine left to go.
Not bad at all. Not at all. Things work. I got my oldest son learning how to build computers now.
Ah, cool.
So he's gonna build his first one, and I told him your after that when you build it, your task is to try to sell it to your aunt and uncle because they need a computer. So if they're gonna be hesitant, I'm gonna give you a price. You got to go above this because this is what you're aiming to get for it. So then you do that and you stick to your guns. I'm gonna show you how to be able to sell these online and stuff like that. That way you can make your own money and you don't have to depend on anybody. The only thing right now is that the economy is taking a bad turn because of Uncle Bad Touch in the White House. That's not my phrase. I stole that from just some guy. He's the one that gave him that nickname.
Okay. I've got 1.5 puzzle posters left. Cool. So does that mean you should be done sometime this week, Wise? So we should be, and that means, oh yeah, with like I say, me being at 101 subscribers on Rumble, probably sometime this week or next week, I will be doing a giveaway over on Rumble. Yes, I'm counting on it. Why
Wise
wasn't
guys, are you at work right now?
Hey? I mean, why wasn't Xylo picked for what? Mallet? And hello, Mallet.
I think for the boom box or the boomer box, the boomerang box, whatever you want to call it.
He says
Purple?
yes.
Rick? Really?
I know, it's weird. It's different.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You still in Cali, Wise guys? I know he was on a business trip. Are you back home?
Dang. Now I
Is
gotta
that a
mute you
bad thing,
guys from
Mallet?
now. I declined the boomerang box. Too much CG involved in it. Says Mallet. I'm working a chat right now so I can listen to the audio. Dang, I gotta mute you guys for now. Looks like he's running a peanut butter and jam sandwich. Orange looks like peanut butter? That's interesting.
Oh, I asked, is it a bad thing for too much CG being involved with something?
For some people, yeah.
Well, I asked Mallet, Rick.
Well, for him it is. Otherwise, you wouldn't have
Well,
said it.
that's why I'm asking, why is it a bad thing?
Because probably because of the reputation CG has.
I could see where he's coming from on that.
He says,
I could see where Mallet is coming from on that statement. I have the same opinion of a lot of the fans of CG's bigger channels, which is why I'm not anti CG, but I'm also not uh I'm not a pay pig either. Like
yeah,
I'm not all about like I'm gonna give you super chats and then back all your books at a high tier and and then read those books and be like just okay with what I got. I'm like, no,
or
you've
less
heard
than
me say this
okay
much.
because you spent
Hell,
$5,000.
hell no. And then there's others that are now going on to do NFTs, and I'm like, for lack of better words, B word, you didn't even do your first book right, and you've released your second book. Pretty sure the story's not over. How about you do your job, what you're getting paid for, or that's it. This is where we end our friendship or our patronage because you've already gotten me for $70, and you're telling me you're not gonna finish the story because you need to go make some money doing NFTs. You can't do both.
Mallet says he only pays attention
Doug,
to
really?
jo- John, me, and Doug. Rick should do NFTs.
I I'll be honest with you, Matt. I've never been comfortable with Doug. I'm not like all in that CG stuff, but I've always like there was always something off about Doug Tenepo to me. Every every
Oh
time
no, no,
I
I
saw him.
don't. I don't think that's Doug Tenable. I think that might be Doug Garrett.
Oh,
He
Lone
says
Wolf
Lone
Doug.
Wolf Doug.
We could all pump and dump it. Here's a term I haven't heard in a while. Rick, do you own any crypto?
No, well, maybe slightly. I have
You,
like
if you
I
if you
have.
own any from Odyssey, see if you
Uh,
could
uh,
get a crypto account going. And actually, that's not a bad idea, Mallet. Rick, you should do NFTs. 'Cause NFTs aren't super hard to do. You just got to know how to do the programming on them.
yeah.
I'm not sure who Lone Wolf Doug is, but I if Mallet says he's cool, I'd like to check it out at least. If you could drop a link to any of his stuff, Twitter, uh, YouTube. If Rick's okay with it, I
Oh
would say do
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Oh, but Mallet's not wrenched. Mallet needs to be wrenched. Why is not Mallet not wrenched here? Mallet's not an abuser of wrenches. I don't think he is.
Yeah. The only problem I have with NFTs and it, is because it's a digital picture that you can basically usually get anywhere, for lack of a better way of saying it. You're just paying for the metadata.
Yes, but it's got a unique chain code to it.
Yeah, but
So
you're
it's
putting some.
only one of one.
Yeah,
It's only one
you.
of one. You can't print this thing out.
Well,
You got to own it in digital.
yeah, but I could take that image and go sell it physically, for who knows what, or sell the original. You're not. To me, I don't know. To me, I I I know they're making money and all that, but to me,
Well,
I almost feel like I'm ripping somebody off because I could take that digital and get it printed up and sell it to people, or whatever, or give it away or something like that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I have honestly thought about it because I've heard a lot about it. It's a lot of up and coming, and yeah, people are. I wouldn't say people are trying to convince me to do it, but they try and convince me of the that it is, like a one and only thing. Yeah,
Well, see,
it's just got metadata attached to it, or what
the
you
thing
said, a blockchain or whatever.
like
Yeah.
I don't mind you getting paid for that kind of stuff, right? The thing I have a problem with is that some people are claiming that they're making all this money, but are they cashing in? That's my question. Because see, a lot of these people are reinvesting into the crypto, and if you're not cashing in, it's way too much risk. I had a friend tell me, at work when I was over at where I was working at, and he's like, "Oh, one of my buddies made like 10 grand and this and that off of Dogecoin." I go, "Yes, you gotta hit when the iron, strike while the iron is hot." But here's the thing: if you don't get out as fast as you got in, you're not gonna. You run way too high a risk. I told him, just look at the percentages. Ask anybody that knows statistics and math. They're gonna tell you that it's a very risky investment because it has no solid foundation. Once this thing crumbles, or if it even starts to crumble, it crumbles in big chunks, and you stand to lose a lot of money in it.
Let's see. Mal's saying, talk to him since Web because I time people out, says Mallet. NCN works. Joshua says, Mallet is an abuser of mallets. And then Mallet, not Mallet and CNC Works, same person says, this guy has a wrench. Rick, it's a scam you need to be involved in. Rick, you are ripping them off. That's the point. Well, maybe it's. Well, as I said, it seems like I'm ripping them off or somebody off, and that's probably why I'm
But
hesitant
see,
to get in on it.
NFTs originally weren't created for crypto, if I remember correctly. I think NFTs were originally created just to be as digital collectibles because they were giving them away for anything at one point.
Uh,
Malik says I'm doing cribbage board NFTs.
how does that work?
I also don't like a lot of the designs. Like I hear people saying, "Well, I see a lot of NFTs and they're not done by very good artists, so I'm gonna do this one." And then you come out with like a monkey frat house thing. I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Come on, what is
Yeah.
this garbage pail kids? Come on, you can't sit there and claim that you're making this like awesome thing, and they're drawn well. Don't get me wrong, but I'm I'm saying like that's the best. Or another one does a robot. Another one does a girl like laying on her side and just like different versions of it. I'm like, I don't know. Oh, I'm making like 300 this and that on it. I'm like, oh, I just face palm every time I see or hear anything about crypto because it's like I still remember going through economics in high school and being like, be sure that when you make investments, they gotta be backed by something.
Yeah, Mallet does have a good point there. Mallet put a link in. That could be for you. He says they know what an FTF is. It's the buyer's responsibility. That I can agree with. That is the one thing that makes me more willing to do it. That these people know what they're buying, for lack of a better way of saying it. So if they want to be stupid enough to buy, you know, this NFT, who am I to stop them? They're going to go out and buy them anyways. Why not let them buy mine? Uh, I sh- I probably should get into them. I don't know.
Well, you have to have a crypto account, I think,
Yeah,
to get it.
I sort of got two different cryptos. Obviously, I have the libraries from Odyssey. Um, I mean, we bought the Canadian Shield. Oh, ouch! Ouch! Ouch!
I waited for you to read that one. He saw the shot and he took it.
And Joshua laughs. At least I laughed too, right? Almost should take his wrench for that one.
Right? No, don't take his wrench. Not for that. That's hurt fifis. You only take a wrench for abusing it,
Sure.
if at all. Some people deserve to be muted. According to John, I deserve to be muted that day because I heard it. In making the shot or taking the shot. Oh, Mallet, how is y'all's convoy stuff going?
Let me time my other self out first. Oh, we're not probably going to be doing it till next Friday again. Uh, We didn't do it this last week, although I'm slowly getting a nice little trucking empire. I
Are you
found
now?
I found a nice mod on. They have mods for it for in the
Yeah.
stream thing, and I found a real nice mod. Says we might do one Friday. Join us. Yeah, Meth is busy, and I am doing F2 Farming Simulator 22 this week. Is that what the FS stands for?
I don't have the game yet. I couldn't join you even if I wanted to.
Uh, well, maybe I would say put it on your wish list.
I think it is on my wish list. I'm just waiting
Yeah,
till I get this financial stuff situated with because my VA stuff is taking too long. I gotta get on them. I was supposed to do it today, but I woke up late. I'll call them here in a little bit after they get done with lunch.
why not
'Cause They
have
were
Rick buy it?
they were supposed to call me last week because I took my paperwork to get filled out. I dropped off the paperwork, and then my primary care doctor is no longer with the VA, so now I got to take it again. And my new one, she has to review my files and yada 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 yada. And my boss at work, or my pay guy at work, is like, dude, you need to get them on the ball because it's been months and you're without a paycheck, and you need to pay your medical insurance so that you could get services and everything. And I'm like, I know, I know what you're talking about, but these people, the more you push them, the slower they go. It's like I know they have a lot of people to take care of, but they don't bother to sit down and think about, hey, this person needs this person needs that.
Unfortunately, they don't do what you do in a hospital trauma. What's it? Figuring out who needs what the most first,
Yeah.
attention the most first.
Well, they can't even figure out what the heck's wrong with me. So what is FS22, Mallet?
I think it's Farming Simulator 22 for
Oh,
2022.
I've never played the farming simulator.
Yeah, I put that on my thing. Actually, a few weeks ago, I got the what you want to call it when it was on sale. The American Truck Simulator. I got it real cheap. Got a few of the extra maps. Right now, I only need 2 extra maps, and I'm gonna wait till they go on.
I think it's still on sale.
What American Truck Simulator?
Yeah. What do you mean regular people? Oh, for those that didn't pre-order, you mean? Mallet says for you to buy it for me, Rick.
Yeah, I saw that.
Here, let me check my Steam, see if it's even on. Uh, and I have the wheel for it too. Well, it's my son's wheel, but if he's not using it, I'll use it.
Let's see. What am I looking for? Uh,
I was playing the demo, American Truck Simulator. Let me go.
no, it's not on.
See if it's in there.
Doesn't look
Oh
like
yeah,
it's.
Farming Sim came out today. Oh man, it looks sweet. The graphics are getting like really nice. I also need to buy a copy of Ark Survival. Play with Rick.
Yeah, I gotta redo my whole thing for that. I got a couple other people want to play, start up. Either that or we gotta pay for a server or whatever. Let's see. Mallet says, I have a fair number of orders on my Etsy store now. It's gonna be my busy time, so I'll try buying some games. Yeah, I only need, right now, I only need, uh, oh,
Excuse me. Have you ever played Euro Truck Simulator, Valet? Okay, now it's in my wish list. It wasn't. I need to
uh,
put it in my wish list.
let's,
Put it in my wish list.
I need to, get,
I want to buy it, but I want to buy the whole kit and caboodle when I do buy it. I don't know if you can buy everything on it.
uh, I'm not sure that. Well, each of the add-ons, like each of the state add-ons that aren't doesn't come with it, is like $13 a piece, so you can buy them all. Thing, but I think you're. And
Oh,
then
Texas
there's
hasn't come out yet?
no, not yet.
I thought it was out already.
Yeah, and it looks like they're working on Montana too.
Montana? I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to Montana.
Of all the ones that are out at the moment, I just don't have Colorado or Wyoming.
Do you do you like zombie survival games, Rick?
They're all right.
'Cause we've been playing a lot of Back for Blood, Captain Evil Stopper and myself.
Okay, I've never heard of it.
It's new though. It's probably not cheap. We play it for free though on Xbox Game Pass. Yeah. I actually like the Game Pass. It's one of the reasons like I like building PCs because it's so cheap now to play PC games. I mean, it's usually not that expensive to begin with, but now even with like lower lower level PCs, you can use what they call the cloud service,
Yeah,
and you play them through the cloud. And basically, you're playing them on like one of their systems or one of their PCs that they have on their servers, on their server farm. Let's
yeah.
see. Right now, it's on sale for 48 hours. $41 for the base game, 62 or 63 plus tax for the deluxe, and 70 plus tax for the ultimate.
For what's that?
That Back for Blood.
Uh,
It's pretty cool because like you never get the same thing twice. Oh, doggone it! I didn't tell you to play. You never get the same run twice. Like I've yet to play a game in a long time that even the easy mode is hard.
yeah. Uh, hey, Rebellious, I have my audio off, so I'm just chatting. Okay, Rick misspells Wyoming. And it's
I have my audio off, so
Rick misspelled Wyoming and it spells it wrong. Okay.
sometimes I forget. Like what I was gonna tell you, Rick, is go to download the Epic Games Store installer as well. because they give a lot of free games away. Like,
Yeah, I've had it on my computer before.
cause like they were giving away Bad Borderlands 2 add-on that's now standalone that plays sort of like Dungeons and Dragons but as a first-person shooter.
Mm.
I was like, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, if you get the Game Pass, you can play Age of Empires on it. The new one, Age of Empires 4.
Oh, I like Age of Empires. I've got
Yeah, it
Age of
has all
Em.
four of them on there.
I have Age of Empires 2, the definitive edition for Steam.
Hmm. Right now, I don't know if you like Halo, but Halo's free to play the beta.
I've never played the Halo before, but
Um,
it looks like something I might like.
it's
I've
got a
seen.
tutorial on it. I would get on the tutorial first because yeah, a lot of people who are testing it, we've been playing Halo for years, so we jump in and we're just like anybody that's new is just getting beat up, and it's not going to be a very fun experience. So I would say do the tutorial and then play a few matches with the bots because they're easier to handle, and then jump into the game. Unless you know how to play first person shooters, like you're used to it.
Yes and no, but I know I'm not I like playing games. I'm not the best game player. I get my butt kicked a lot. So
I'm the one of those that gets a little too into it sometimes. I know that you probably have fun with Old Republic with us.
yeah, I think I might have that downloaded for my Steam.
Right now it's just me, Evil Stopper, and Dust that play that together. Actually, not all three of us have played, but we can get a fourth. That's even better because then you could do bigger raids.
Yeah, that's my big thing. I like doing these. I like a lot of these massive multiplayer online games,
Hmm.
but I'd rather be playing them with friends or acquaintances.
Hmm.
But I can't get anybody to play with me because I have. Well, okay, there's Ark. What other ones are there that I have?
I didn't know this was free to play. I see that Mallet plays World of Tanks.
Yeah,
I got my butt handed to me the very first time I played that game. I never really picked
yeah.
it up again, but I've always like wanted to see if anybody else that I knew has it. Maybe that I could pick up off after them. Ooh, there's a game
I've
called
had DC Online. Let's see, also City of Heroes. Did you ever play that or?
No. Oh, yes, I did. Sorry, I played it a long time ago. But you have to download it now from the website because they
Yeah,
stopped supporting it. It's being kept open by fans.
yeah. I know. I've got all the stuff for it to play.
I've been wanting to get back into that. I played it for a few like days. I was testing it out back in the day. It was
Um,
City of Heroes and City of Villains.
I've got Destiny 2, Elder Scrolls Online. I'd like to play that with people that I know. Elder Scrolls Online.
I'm not a big Elder Scrolls fan. I don't like a lot of the magic stuff.
Yeah. I was playing Fantasy Star 2 online with
With
Metal a
oh,
lot. And then there's Star Wars The Old Republic. I got that. Destiny 2. And I've got a Final Fantasy 12, I think it is.
I think EverQuest is still there. Albion, that isn't that a mobile game? Rogue Company. Stupid game. This game was promoted and supposedly worked on by Dr. Disrespect, that YouTuber or Twitch player, and he abandoned it.
Ugh.
Hey, Champions! I didn't even know that thing was still online. I thought they had. Isn't
Just
Champions a superhero thing?
yeah, last time I knew, it was to me a knockoff version of
City of Heroes.
yeah. It
It's
wasn't
still
didn't
up.
seem as good.
It's still up. Yeah, you could tell it's an old game. You could run it on a dual core or better.
Yeah, I'd like to get into playing a bunch of these games, but the other thing too is you can have the time to play them too.
Mhm, mhm.
Well, I've got lots of time to play them, but I don't want to get too much into them. Like, I've got campaigns to run and comics to make and all that. Heck, I had a whole bunch of Android games that I was playing, and I stopped playing those just because you sit there and you just play and play and play and play. And it's like, what is this doing for me? Nothing.
Wow. Are you serious?
What?
So you could play 1 through 40 for free, but if you want to go past that and you want to have the only subscription they have to it because it's being done by fans is a €200 lifetime subscription. Dude, that's expensive for a game that's on death's door, like the guy said on the review.
What game is that?
Champions, $224.90 in the US. Let's see, Canadian would be
$300?
$285.50 for a lifetime subscription. You're charging me the price of an entire PC. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, well, you got to think about. Well, not, now that's on death's door probably doesn't make much sense, but how much are they wanting for a yearly subscription? Or did they
I
want at one time?
Oh well, no. Back then it was like a 1 or 3 month subscription. It was either month to month for like 10, $15, or 3 months for like $25.
Yeah, and well, they did have the yearly. I think some had the yearly subscription, but still, it's like, okay,
See,
so
the one thing I never liked about the MMO, whether it be City of Heroes, City of Villains, Champions, the MMOs for heroes, is the fact that you didn't get to play an actual hero's journey on your character. You could literally buff them up right at the beginning, and to me, that kills
What do you mean
the
buff them
immersion
up?
of. Okay, so basically, I wanted like an Iron Man esque type character, right?
Yeah.
So why don't they let me start off with something small? No, I had to start like already armored. I had all these missiles and stuff like that. Like there's just no like. I even tried to play with a guy with had ice powers and stuff like that. It's not like I get to learn my ice powers and stuff like that, and I only had like one, maybe two ice blasts. No, you automatically have a full suit and everything. You're pretty much
Yeah.
at the peak of superherodom by when you
Oh
start
no.
the game.
Actually, if with City of Heroes, there's a lot. Yeah, you have ice powers or whatever, but there's a lot more stuff you can do as you or whatever
No, no,
as you
I didn't
go
say
along.
you couldn't go further than that, but I'm saying there's no real hero's journey. You don't start at the bottom. You know what I mean? You're already a hero to begin with. You know how you would
Uh,
get all these old like made for TV movies and shows where you have like the kids of superheroes and the kids were the main characters.
yeah.
The adults were already the heroes. So basically, these games throw you in like you're the already established hero, and that's the thing that I didn't like. I'm like that's not
Well, they throw you in as you've got just gotten your powers. I'd say more than anything. I wouldn't.
that's why I like DC Universe Unlimited or DC Universe
On
Online because it did start you out with you just got your powers. I mean, you're literally in. The only thing I didn't like is that like you have a suit when you first started. I'm like, why do I have a suit? Why don't you just give me t-shirt and jeans?
well, you could take that. You could probably make that up where it's just a t-shirt and jeans, and as
Yeah,
you
I
progress.
I know that, Rick, but that's the problem. I shouldn't have to do this for you. The game should be doing this already. That's the part of the immersion. That's the part of we watch a movie about superheroes or we uh we read a comic book about superheroes. We like to take the journey with the characters. We don't just start off as the heroes. Usually books that and movies that start off like that are the ones that people don't really care for or don't make as big of an impact. So I don't know. That's just my personal opinion, but I think that they could have done with that. But now I'm kind of in the mood to play one of those MMOs. I'm like, hey, what should I play? I never got that far on DC Universe Online, but it's because we can never find time to play together. Me, Captain Evil Stopper, and
Yeah, I know what you
my
mean.
our other friend Taco, and my son back then didn't want to. He wasn't into stuff like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean in that regard. No,
So,
nobody I knew in person was interested in that sort of thing. That
80
sort of.
bucks. It's not bad. But ooh, $20 shipping. No, that is bad. I hate when they do that. I wish
Well,
that they
what? Give you a low purchase price, and then
a
the
decent purchase
shipping.
price and then a shipping that makes the hairs in the back of your neck stand up.
Yeah, it gives you an astronomical price for shipping. How's work pastry? Yes.
Yeah, because remember she's only watching
Yeah.
us, not listening in.
Mhm. And nobody
Oh,
seems
I'm
to
sorry.
be.
Pastry's not listening in.
Well, I was wondering. Rick, every time I put content on my CNC channel, I lose subs. Why? I have no clue. And everybody out there who's ever listening should keep an ear to the ground because probably next week or later this week I'm going to do my 100 sub giveaway over on Rumble. So are you drawing anything today, or what are you doing? Sketch
I'm
there.
just sketching right now. I'm doing something I like to do from time to time. That's just like sketch um, head shapes.
Uh,
Like you know how everybody has different head shape. Some people have ovals. Some people have like a round head. Then like the way you do jaws, like big jaws. People with big jaws, stuff like that. Big chins. Might as well get some work in while I'm on stream with you.
yeah. I think we might need to try and do some sort of GoFundMe for our to get him a computer or something so he can get back online.
I mean, but he has internet, right? And a phone. He could always be on a phone. Maybe he's just
Yeah.
busy. I
Well,
don't have
I
any
know.
way of contacting him.
Yeah, I just don't. He said his tablet went down, which is what he usually watches on.
Yeah. No, I know. I know he would enjoy this some of the stuff we've been doing on Rumble.
Who?
All right.
Oh yeah.
Peanut cave. Hmm.
So I guess next Saturday you'll finish off the one that you started this last Saturday.
I want to do it sometime during the week and post it. Do another character next. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
but I don't know. I'll figure it out. I got some stuff to do around the house and get nice and clean. If I can manage to do that in like a day or two, I'll be able to sit down and concentrate on it. It didn't come out too bad after I looked at it. It just didn't come out the way I would want it to come out.
Yeah. Alright, I'll be back momentarily.
How's your mom, Rick? Rick, you there? We seem to have lost Rick. Can anybody in the chat hear me? What's happened to Rick? Are still online? You. Where is my Logitech? Stop on it. This. Turn this on. That off.
I'm back. Hello?
Where were you?
I just went out to the kitchen to get something to drink and something to munch on, although only on here for another 9 minutes or so.
Yeah. I wonder if this program has a butterfly effect thing. What'd you get?
Well, water to drink and some grapes to munch on.
It's good. It's good. 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 I don't think there's anybody in the chat because I was asking if anybody could hear me. I got no responses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
chat
this is
just
what I'm doing. You see my stuff on what's it called?
Discord.
Discord. Yeah. Sometimes I just like to practice this because it helps with character creation,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you want to do background characters. It helps to give them different looks so they look like actual people and not just like generic drawing number 22. Oh, Evil
Oh,
Stopper said that he was watching us on Rumble. I don't
hey,
know.
disco cord. It says skip bot. Oh, that does remind me. Let's actually take down this. I think it's called. Come on, cancel. Okay. There we go. Let's take that off for a sec. Make sure.
Yes, this is a foundation free zone.
So,
Jeff, how's it going, Jeff? What do you mean this is a foundation free zone, Mallet?
oh, saying that when I do my stuff, I don't use foundation. So nobody else can, apparently.
I'm sorry. I've had a brain fart. What do you mean by foundation?
Foundations for your drawings?
Oh, did you share what I was doing or what?
Yeah,
Oh,
but I took it down for this second here because I was just going to announce.
art is not allowed here. Thank you, Mallet. That one made my whole day.
Because I was just going to officially announce the winner for the poll of what
Oh
series
yeah.
should, with Cross Comics characters universe in. And of course, it is My Hero Academia with 59%, followed by Star Wars in with 18%, and He-Man and Power Rangers tying for third at 12%. So hopefully by the end of this week, I will have a video out showcasing these characters, me drawing them up, and some characters from the Cross Comics universe in in My Hero Academia universe with
Mm-hmm.
background and some sort of powers, what they can do. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a
Mm.
that is official. Academia is spelled wrong. Yeah, yeah, yeah. People knew what I meant.
Did you
And
add an N to it? Is that what it was? Academia? Academina?
I don't know what I did. If you go by the way Mallet spelled it, yeah, I added an N and an E. I think my E should be an A. But
Yeah.
and with that, when that goes up, a new
When are you
poll will
going
go
to
up.
do the art for that?
Pardon?
When are you gonna do the art for that?
I'll probably be recording myself doing those off stream. drawing them up because
Yes,
it's
but
gonna.
when are you gonna put them on up though?
I'm hoping by the end of this week, by Friday.
Okay.
But it's gonna be one big thing, so it'll probably be like 10, 15 minute long video.
Because maybe I might do that on Saturday as well. I'll draw a few characters or a character in the style of uh, My Hero Academia, which means I need to get on that this week. Do at least 30 minutes to an hour of drawing My Hero. I'll see if Dust wants to. He doesn't like it, but whether he likes it or not, that's he's close to. He's the closest to that style because he draws in anime form or in manga form. That's the style he's chosen to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I'll probably announce even in that video the new poll
mhm.
and put a link to it. The last time I seen Elric was a couple weeks ago. Mallet, his tablet went down, so he needs like a new tablet or a new computer. He came on his phone, so the one day. So I still have to, probably today I will finish up backstory because I gotta do a backstory for one more character in that I've got three. So I'll be putting four characters of Cross Comics characters in, three heroes, one villain.
That Elric is suffering from too much anime porn.
Well, anything you'd like to promote? Sketch.
My Twitter at hexram.com or at hexram on Twitter. HEXXRAMM. It's where I usually post my art, and I will promote my channel as soon as I start uploading on it.
Okay.
Or actually, I'm probably gonna start uploading on my Rumble channel first. What's Rule 42, Mallet? Before we leave, real quick, what's Rule 42? You know what Rule 42 is?
I'm not sure.
Unless he's thinking 32.
Internet rules.
Oh, nothing is sacred. It's effectively an anti shout out. The internet is for porn. Rule 34 shout out. Many rules of the internet are references of Rule 42. Explainer market case. The latest. Rule 42 is a subversion that it states nothing is sacred.
This one, rules of the internet that I got said Rule 42. It's a delicious cake. You must eat it. Nothing is sacred.
Yeah.
Another one that I got. So I don't know how I do a Rule 42 portrait or poll for nothing is sacred. So I guess with that, I'm gonna let everybody go. Hopefully, we will see you all tomorrow night here on Cross Comics as we're drawing up one of my characters. Which one is it? I don't know offhand. So yeah, I don't know offhand. So hopefully we will see you then. So bye for now. God bless. Have a great and wonderful day, night, whatever it might be for you. Love you all. Bye for now. God bless.